How about number 4, Mick? I think we're going to start changing our course a little bit here. Number 4 for me is a guy that started off his career as a walk-on, took over the starting cornerback position. That's Levi Wallace.
Yeah.
Levi Wallace this year, not only did he take over that starting spot from Trevon Diggs, who we thought was going to be that starting defensive back, that cornerback, Levi had a great year. Only gave up 22 receptions on 55 targets. The passer rating when he was targeted, 37.5. And he also tied for the team lead with 3 interceptions, one of which went back for a touchdown. So Levi is number 4 on my list.
Well, I'm going to say this before I tell you my number 4, is that for Alabama, roll tide, my friends. Hey, there's a lot of Alabama here, by the way, Ben. Feels like a home game for us. I'm going to tell you this right now. If Alabama's pass rush can get pressure on the quarterback, the secondary is going to absolutely dominate this Clemson-Alabama football game. That's my hot take. And even though I don't have him on my top 5 list, he could be very instrumental in Alabama winning the game against Clemson. But I got Jalen Hurts, Alabama's quarterback. You know, I know that the Auburn game wasn't his finest day, but he's had a lot of fine days in his career, and he's a tough quarterback to beat. I like the way that he manages the game. He's a really smart player. I also, like maybe where he hasn't been able to throw the ball as well as we would like him consistently, he's always a threat to run the football. And he manages the game better than any other Alabama quarterback that Nick Saban has had. So he puts the opposition, when he's doing his thing, in a spot where they're sitting on the sideline for a long time because, you know what? I mean, he can run, he can throw. I love having a dual-threat quarterback in college. I just do. And without Jalen Hurts, I don't think Alabama's at this point right now.
I think it's a good pick. Number 3 for me, give a little love to Mike Johnson's position, the offensive line. It's not going to be Jonah.
No?
No. Bradley Bozeman.
Whoa.
He, second-team All-American, Remington finalist this year. He anchored that offensive line up front, very dependable. Had a great year overall. I'm going to give him some love because he's been consistent his entire career. Really came out of, I wouldn't say nowhere, but not many people had penciled him in to be this starter 2 years. He's done a great job. I'm giving Bozeman some love at number 3.
Yeah, well, the offensive line has been one of those positions where Alabama, or one of those spots on the field where Alabama has had to deal with the injury bug. And it's going to be great to have those guys healthy and ready to go again. So I think that's going to be another area where you're going to watch this football game and you're going to say, okay, well, wow, Alabama's running the football again effectively. And maybe Jalen Hurts is getting a little more time to throw the football. But you're right. But look, maybe the highlight of my time at, working with the SEC network and kind of going through Crimson Tide Productions was the year that I hosted the signing show.
Yeah.
The signing day show. This was before they had the early signing period. We had this big set, and it was like the NFL draft, but it was guys that would sign. And Rashaan Evans was supposed to go to Auburn, right? Didn't he have a profile on the Auburn webpage?
Yep, they published it.
Well, yeah. So, I'm there, and my job in my suit and tie was when Josh gave me the sign, Rashaan Evans, Auburn High School linebacker, and boom, I put him up on the board. I love the guy. I'm a little biased, but the way that this linebacker spot for Alabama as a whole has dealt with so many injuries, he's been solid, man. He's a good player, and I think he's going to be a great pro in the NFL. I just like the way he plays, and that's why I got him at 3rd.
It's a good pick. I like that one.
Plus he's got an Auburn tattoo.
That was Ruben.
Oh, sorry.
That was Ruben. Number 2 for me.
The other guy from Auburn.
You might think Jalen. You might even think Rashawn's coming on my list. But no. I'm changing it up and making my number 2 player for 2017 for Alabama, Damien Harris, the running back.
Oh.
Look, Damien, and this is why. Damien didn't get a ton of opportunities. I think he only had 4 games with double-digit carries, but he led the team in rushing, just under 1,000, led the team with 11 rushing TDs, led the SEC and was 7th nationally, Mick, with a yard per carry average of 8.24.
Wow.
Every time he carried the ball, he's almost getting a first down.
Yeah.
That's how successful he was this year. And not only that, he worked hard this offseason to get his speed up where he was not caught on some of those long runs this year and had a couple long ones that he broke away and pulled away from the defense. So, look, he might not be on your list, Mick, but Damien Harris makes mine.
Well, look, I'm going to tell you that I got, 2 left, and you're missing a superstar on your list because the last 2 guys on my list are absolute superstars. And at number 2 on my top 5 Alabama player list, and if you're listening out there and you want to give your top 5 list, you're running out of time, 342-9904. But before we skip on to the next topic, 342-9904 if you want to jump in with us. But anyway, number 2 on Mick's list is Minkah Fitzpatrick, defensive back. He might be the best player on the team, but he might not be. He's one of the best players in the country. He's another guy you're going to watch in the NFL, and if he gets in with the right team, he's going to be playing football for a long time. I mean, I remember that Arkansas game. You remember that one where he kind of came on the scene, that 14-13 game? Like, he was just, every time he turned around, it's like, another interception for Fitzpatrick, So him being injured, playing, kind of with the deal he had going at the end of the season, hurt Alabama a lot. He's going to be healthy. He is a monster in the secondary. He comes up and makes those big hits. He does it both. He stops the run and the pass. He's number 2.
He's number 1 on my list.
I knew it.
Fitzpatrick, top player in my mind this
You're
year for Alabama.
Missing someone big, though.
You know why? Because he won the Bednarik. He won the Thorpe Award. Only the second time in school history somebody's won that award. He won them both. And this only happened 3 times in college football history where the same players won both. So, Minkah, 17th unanimous All-American under Nick Saban. He's got all the accolades. He's my number 1.
Well, Ben, I mean, I appreciate where you're going, but you missed not only.
I'll justify it in a second.
Well, here's the thing. Like, not only did you miss this guy at number 1, you missed him on your entire list.
Yeah.
You put the punter over Calvin Ridley. I mean, shame on you, Ben. Like, I like, J.K. Scott. I have a lot of respect for Superfoot, the howitzer that he has. But Calvin Ridley and he's like Julio Jones and Amari Cooper and Calvin Ridley. I mean, that's like they're on the Mount Rushmore of Alabama receivers.
Okay.
And you're missing him on your entire top 5 list.
Well, I mean, this isn't a top 5 of who I think are going to make the best pros. Right?
No, but
this is performance-wise. And this was his worst career by stats. Fewest receptions, fewest yards, fewest TDs of his career.
But how many targets? They didn't throw the ball enough this year. How many times you look down the field and you're like, hey, look, Calvin Ridley, no one around.
This team's full of 4 and
Jalen Hurts is running the ball.
There's going to be some guys left off. I didn't have Jalen on the list.
I
or
did.
Rashawn. So, I mean, look, I'm going by guys that I think outperformed where they were supposed to and were a big part of the team being where they are right now, 11 wins in the playoff.